Welcome to another exciting edition of your program, Women and Leadership on Canal International. And today we delve into the topic that often goes unspoken or unnoticed, yet crucial to understand the lives of women, those who have reached 50 and above. That's what we are talking about today. And in today's world that constantly pushes a narrative for youth and beauty, what happens when years go by and women enter the remarkable stage of life? We will explore unique challenges women face as they age, from societal pressures, from changes in their bodies. We discuss how they take care of themselves, or sometimes how they may neglect their whole well-being. The program is Women and Leadership on Canal International. We'll be right back just after the jingle. Now, as a woman in her 50s, life takes on a new birth and a meaning. Take it that way. It's a time of reflection, appraisal, reflection, or resilience. The years have brought wisdom, strength, and a clearer sense of strength and life. While there may be physical changes or emotional challenges, there is also a new found appreciation for life's simple pleasures and a deeper understanding of one's own wealth. This stage is not just about aging, but embracing life confidence, grace, and a spirit that remains youthful at heart. If you watch our past or miss our past editions, you just need to go to our YouTube page. You type Canal the International Women and Leadership, and you can watch all our past editions. And let the conversation begin after this. Like in our past editions, we've always invited just the right women to talk about this very important thematic. And this time around, we're talking about women of 50s and above. What it means, well, we know what the women will be telling us, but they're telling us about their experiences, what it feels to be at 50, how it feels to take care of themselves, the challenges, and a lot more. And I'm going to start with someone that is very close to my right. She's called Dr. VIVIAN TABOD. She is a medical practitioner. She is an entrepreneur. She's in a lot, wearing a different caskets, and she is nursing or growing a club we call a 50 plus. But she's right here with me today. Hello, Doc. How are you doing today?
Doing great, Maureen. Glad to be with you again.
And this time we're talking about a 50 plus, and
Yes.
you have a club.
Yes.
50 plus club. Can you tell us more about it, or how you started it, or what pushed you to create such a club?
Okay, thanks so much. It all started in December 21. And, you know, then I think I was 54 years old or 53 years old. And before that, I had an online program which I call Dr. Feel Good Inside Out.
I forgot
And
to talk about
you know,
that.
and I was praying. I can't forget that day, because to me, I tell people, this came to me more like a revelation, because as I was praying, I asked God, I said, now I'm on retirement. What am I going to do with my life? I need to do something to continue to impact lives, because that has always been my goal, what I was doing before I tried to do that. And I just had in my spirit, create a 50 plus club. And I was like, 50 plus club. It sounded so good. And I remember when I finished the prayers, I went and told my husband that I want to create a 50 plus club. I was like, what is it all about? And then it started unfolding. You know, before we get to 50, we spend most of our time caring for others. We care for our siblings, we care for our children, our spouses, the whole family, and we tend to neglect ourselves.
As women.
As women especially. Yeah, we're talking about this women and leadership. We are not talking men here. We're talking women.
But
you
women
know,
are partners to men.
we are
We don't
partners
forget
for sure. But this particular problem mostly affects women. You know, we tend to neglect ourselves, forget about ourselves, and we'll get to 50. I think that's the right time to take a break. Sit down and look at yourself. Are you happy the way you are? Are you happy the way you look? Are you happy with your activities? What is it you can do to also make yourself happy?
All right.
And that's why I created the club.
All right, we'll stop there, because we'll know more about the club, about the club's activity, because we want women to change their lifestyle. I mean, just do things differently. You not just like take away what you used to do before, or that women who are scared being 50, or they are scared of age. I don't want to be 40. I'm not changing their age and hiding under the age, but it's not a problem. That's all. Want women to have self-confidence and think differently. I will have the next person that I want to introduce is a regular face, maybe not here, maybe out there. She's called EMELDINE King NJOYA. She's a Cameroonian-born transformative leader, corporate trainer. She is a coach. She spends a lot of time talking about investing, business, entrepreneurship, but now she's here today. And how are you doing today? I almost wanted to ask you a question before you're coming to the program. So how are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful, Maureen. It's good to be back.
And this time you have a program that is coming up talking about investment still.
No, talking about women.
Okay.
Women. You talked about women over 50 and I'm getting very excited. Yes, it's going to be about bringing a group of women together to talk about your personal life, professional life. You know, my group is called Ignite Your Life. That's my company. It has different moving trains, as one train, different coaches in the same train. So I'm looking to bring together women to empower them to live out their full potential, both personally, professionally, in your business, because many of us are becoming business owners, and with the hope of just forming a community of women here in Cameroon where we can talk about things like this as we all age. Because of course I'm there, so we're going to continue aging.
So when you talk about in your upcoming conference, almost similar to women being 50 or taking care of yourself, thinking differently. Well, we'll talk about that maybe in the course of the program. I also want to welcome NTAMAG Rachel. She is an entrepreneur. You traveled all the way from Limbe to be here today. How does it feel being on a program, being on set to talk about women, talk about entrepreneurship, talk about women being at 50? But now, do you spend most of your time trying to educate women, especially young girls out there?
Yes, I'm happy to be here. I'm from Limbe, and I want to be part of this program. When I caught the vision of my doctor, we usually call her my doctor, Dr. TABOD VIVIAN, I was so excited because I was also part of that woman who always take care of the family, because I'm the first child. Yes, I spend all my time taking care of the siblings, taking care of the husband-in-laws.
You didn't have time for yourself?
I didn't have time for myself.
Okay.
And when I caught all the activities that I found in that program, that 50 Plus Club, I was so excited. Yes, so I joined the club. So I'm happy to be here.
And your experience is what a lot of women go through, because some of them are embedded in families, taking care of their younger ones, and they forget about themselves, that they too need to make themselves happy. This body needs to be happy. And we equally have at ETANE, HORTANCE. She is an entrepreneur, but she's French speaking, but I'll ask first in English. How do you feel being here today?
Merci, bien. Je salue tout le monde. Je suis très contente d'être là.
En tant que femme, qu'est-ce que tu fais pour encourager d'autres femmes?
Voilà, en tant que femme, ce que je fais d'encourager d'autres femmes, c'est d'être d'abord cette femme pieuse, entreprenante, parce qu'on ne peut rien faire sans la prière, et les amener à avoir une confiance en elles, parce que si tu n'as rien, tu ne peux rien donner. Donc, tu dois d'abord être rempli toi-même des actions positives pour pouvoir montrer aux autres comment gérer leur vie de famille.
All right, thank you so much. We equally have another woman. She's sitting right out there, but she'll be joining us in the second part. Florence, you know who she is. She's equally very powerful. I call her powerhouse. She's an entrepreneur. But before then, we're going to watch a report talking about women 50 plus, the challenges, problems of the fees, how it looks like. I mean, some quickly get into depression. Now, we'll watch, and after that, the conversation begins.
Cameroon's female population amounted to approximately 14.36 million according to Statista in 2023. The country counts about 25 million people, amongst whom 3.5% are elderly. As age weighs down on the female population in the country, it comes along with challenges shaped by cultural, social, economic, and health-related factors. Access to health care is not without hurdles. Midlife women are particularly vulnerable to age-related illnesses such as hypertension, diabetes, and arthritis, yet they often face difficulties in obtaining treatment, especially in rural areas. Often poorly understood is their reproductive health care, where issues related to menopause raise social stigma. Over age 50, experts say women are often exposed to isolation, depression, or anxiety as a result of life changes like widowhood or reduced social roles, thus a challenge to mental health. Beyond health, the women in this part of the adulthood are further pulled down by limited financial security, especially those who worked in the informal sector, leaving them economically vulnerable. Access to employment for the women over 50 in some cases proved challenging, leading to financial dependency on children and family. In the country, older women hold numerous responsibilities, amongst which they are expected to care for grandchildren or ill family members, which can be physically and emotionally exhausting, especially when combined with their own health challenges. Those with limited access to digital technologies face exclusions. With the increasing reliance on digital technologies for communication, banking, and healthcare, older women who are not familiar with this technology find themselves excluded from key services. The elderly Cameroonian, whether in rural or urban areas, reportedly live in conditions close to poverty and continues to hope for a better tomorrow.
And I'll start with EMELDINE King NJOYA. How old are you today?
I'm a few months away from hitting the big 5-0. So, yeah. No, I'm not still a baby. Excuse you, I've earned my right to be a woman, a full-grown woman.
Are 50?
No, you know how when they say, how old are you when you were 15? You're like, I'm 15 and a half. I'm 49 and a half.
All right. She's almost getting there. So a few months, we are counting, you're counting 50. How does it feel? How do you feel reaching that stage in your life?
I have to tell you something. I think that life starts at 50. It used to be we thought 25 was old. There was a time when I looked at 25 years old, I was like, ooh, they're old, right? Mm-hmm. And then I hit 25 and I didn't even know my left from my right. If I look back now, I thought I knew it all back then, but I'm looking back going, oh my God, right? And then I hit 40. I thought that was it. But to me, it felt like I was just getting started.
Begins at 40.
Yeah, they say it begins at 40, right?
Begins at 50.
No, because there's so much that happens between 40 and 50. Mm-hmm. You come into your own. So depending on how you've lived your life up until 40, 50, you could embrace 50. I'm looking forward to hitting 50. Like, to me, it's just a few months away, and I cannot wait, because I think that a woman truly comes into her own at age 50. You know who you are. You know what you're about. You know who you want around you. You know what you should be doing, what you should not be doing. You know your boundaries. You know, you accept yourself. At this point, it's this is who I am. Take it or leave it, but I love me just like this.
Does it mean that between now and 50, you've not known who you are, you've not had a clearer picture of who you are? I don't want you to answer that question now.
I think you've known who you are, but I think there's something that happens after 45 that makes you say, yes, yes. It's like, this is it. Take it or leave it. Me and all my flaws. Take me or leave it.
All right, let me get to Rachel. How old are you?
I'm 50 plus.
50, she's 50 plus. Now, how does it feel being at 50 plus? How is it different from the other years you had, or being at 40 or 30, the other stages in your life?
As I said, when I caught the vision of taking care of myself.
I'm talking about you first.
Yeah, taking care of myself. Now I can go to spa, things I never did before. Can do my manicure, pedicure, manicure, facial. So I enjoy myself. I travel a lot than before because almost all my children are all grown up. Yeah, so
how was life before now that you realized to yourself that no, it's like there's a part of you that you have not been taken care of? So before, what was the experience?
I was so much depressed with too much stress. I said I was the first child of 5. father and mother. So the whole family was on me. So I had a lot of work to do for others. So now that I can take care of myself because all of that grown up, I am a bit lighter. Yes.
So you're that type of big sister that you had a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders, and even when you got married, your family was still on your neck, and you could not even take care of yourself. Maybe even there's a part of you that you could never. I mean, there's a lot of women go through that stage in their life where they don't. If you can imagine the life of Bayam-Selams, go to market in the morning, come back, but that's another history. We equally have ETANE. I think I want to listen to her. Quel âge avez-vous et comment est-ce que vous sentez à cet âge?
Aujourd'hui, j'ai 53 ans.
Oh, wow. OK.
Et je me sens très bien.
OK.
Je me sens plus mature. Je me sens plus mature parce que je me rends compte que des choses auxquelles je m'accrochais au passé, aujourd'hui je laisse tomber, je fais table rase. Et
Comme
je
quoi?
sens,
Comme quoi, par exemple?
comme par exemple, j'étais beaucoup plus nerveuse. J'étais beaucoup plus rancunière, c'est-à-dire quand tu me fais quelque chose, je m'accroche là-dessus. Mais avec l'âge, je me suis rendu compte qu'en fait, je me fais d'abord mal à moi-même. Comme le Seigneur lui-même, il dit, il faut pardonner à ceux qui t'offensent, parce qu'il sait bien que quand tu ne pardonnes pas, c'est un mal d'estomac que tu développes. Donc, à partir de 50 ans, tu es consciente qu'en fait, tu fais du mal à toi-même quand tu as des pensées négatives. Parce que être rancunier, c'est une pensée négative.
Est-ce que tu dois être 50 ans pour avoir ces pensées?
En principe, non. Non, pas du tout. Parce que ça dépend aussi de ce que tu mets à l'intérieur de toi. Tu sais, ce qu'on extériorise, c'est ce qui se développe à l'intérieur. Donc, tant que vous n'avez pas défait ça, c'est très compliqué. Mais quand vous arrivez à l'âge de 50 ans, vous-même, vous comprenez que la pente est descendante. Vous avez intérêt à vous-même faire un jugement et voir ce qui est super bien pour
Donc,
vous.
la vie commence à 50 ans?
En principe, la vie commence à 50 ans.
Pour une femme?
Si à 50 ans, vous n'êtes pas heureuse, vous ne vous êtes pas retrouvée, il faut poser des questions.
Donc, il y a beaucoup de questions à se poser en tant que femme à 50 ans. Mais ça
justement.
dépend aussi des moyens. Est-ce qu'il faut les moyens pour être heureuse en tant que femme et pour qu'à 50 ans, tu vis ta vie en tant que femme? Je vais revenir sur ça. Je vais revenir. Il y a docteur, c'est bien parce qu'on a un docteur ici. Doctor, I want you to tell us how old you are today. And how did you feel getting to that stage in your life? Parce qu'il y a beaucoup de femmes qui sont là dehors. L'âge, c'est un problème. Ça dit qu'elles ne vont même pas entendre l'âge dans les oreilles. Mais l'âge, c'est une grâce. C'est une grâce. And they keep reducing even their ages. They don't even want it. It's like, the more you get older, the more you get stressed up, the more you get depressed. Because somebody's saying your age, somebody's called you mama, somebody call you tantine or whatsoever, but not knowing that there's a lot you can do to make yourself active at that stage and make yourself so beautiful. Yes. Doctors, like, I'm stealing your time. Let me just talk.
That's it. And Maureen, what you're asking is very pertinent, you know. Before I turned 50, I was looking forward to that age 50. Today I'm 58 and a half, so I'm heading to 59. And I feel so happy when I meet somebody and it's like, oh, your skin, it doesn't look like 60. Oh, the way you look. And I'm like, age is in the mind.
Okay.
Deep in there, I feel still that young little Vivian who was running around. You know, I still feel that way. It's just that the way I look at things, my mindset has completely changed. Because before this age, I used to get worried what people think about me, what they'll say if I do like this. You know, I was more concerned about others, what others will say. You know, but today is what Vivian says that counts. If it aligns with what my God says, then I have no explanation to give anybody.
It's about building self-confidence. It's about
self-confidence, self-love, self-esteem. That's what we get when we get to 50 years. You know, so now I'm looking forward to my 60th birthday. I pray God gives me that time.
And God is going to give you that time. You're going to see your 60 and your
yes, amen.
70 and
because
80
amen,
and
I will receive all of that because
but now,
I need to impact women to let women know that life after 50, you should make it the best time of your life.
Yeah. Okay.
Because at that age, just like the other panelist said, the children are already grown up. I'm a grandma of 3. I just had my third grandbaby last week.
Wow.
You know, I'm grandma. So all of that. Why do you have to be worried or start disturbing your mind about some other person or what this person has done or this person has said? No, we get to the platform of forgiveness and we move on. We move on and enjoy the life. Sleep peacefully. Maureen.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there's a lot that comes, there's a lot that gives you that peaceful sleep.
Yes.
What are those challenges? Let's come to that. Well, because I asked her a question that, why is it at this stage you have to be that way? What about the other stages? What happens?
So when you talk about the other stages from birth to 50,
Yes.
so I always say
Because it's
in the
like
first-
life begins at 50. What about life can begin even at 25 or 30 or
Yes.
because I think we need to change the narrative. It's like you
Yes.
don't stay at 50 and then you want to.
No, when we
Yes.
say life begins at 50, excuse me.
no, it's okay.
When we say life begins at 50, it's for the majority of people.
Yes.
There are people that life
Yes.
begins much earlier.
Earlier.
Yes, that's
Earlier.
all I wanted to chip in.
Yeah, I think it's for the majority of people, right? Life begins at 50 because there's a lot that happens. So you're asking what happens all those years. When you think about it, you're born, right? And in the first 7 years, you're a baby. Everyone is doing stuff for you. The community, society is feeding stuff into your head. And then you get to the age where you start going to school between 7 and 14. It's about your friends, getting to meet everybody else. There's a lot of peer pressure. You're trying to do things like everyone else. Your brain is not yet fully developed, right? And then there's that 14 to 21 phase where maybe you're beginning to understand who you are. Now it's about I'm trying to find myself, a job, career, trying to find other friends to hang out with and things like that. And then by 25, you're getting married for the most part, for most people, right? And you start having children, like she says. And then it's about your newfound life. It's about your husband, the children, the in-laws, and trying to do that work-life balance, work-life
And then you
balance.
don't think about
so you
you.
cannot think about yourself. And for most women, it's unfair for most women because we both are, especially now, modern times, right? We go to work, you come back home, your husband is probably in bed sleeping. You have to worry about the kids, the food. Even if you have the house helps, you still have to supervise the food, probably write the menu. You're worrying about the children, the in-laws, the friends that are coming over. So it becomes a little bit too much for most women. Right. So now 50, I think it's where you go, okay, like she says, the kids are grown, they're gone. I know I look very young. My son just turned 22. So that's a full grown man, right? So there's nothing to worry about. Now you go to, you know what? I've been doing everyone else. Now it's time to do me. So that's what we mean by it really begins at 50. So if you're 50, no apologies to anyone because I've been there, done that for all of you. Now it's about me, myself, and I.
All right. Now I have to go to Ashu. Now, what are the challenges that you face at this stage? We're talking about health because when you're reaching 50, there are a lot of other transformation that comes in. And what are those challenges that you face as a woman at this stage? And how do you try to overcome them? Because you don't just let go, you just have to do something.
Okay. Some of the challenges that I face are menopause.
Okay.
Yeah. When I entered menopause, I did not well understood how it functions. But thank God that I deal with doctor, and the husband is my gynecologist. So when we have seminars, they always tell us the challenges that women face after 50, and I was very comfortable as a process. So it was no longer a problem. So I could cope with it, and I move on.
Yeah, one of the problems you have menopause, right, doctor? N'est-ce pas? Quand tu atteins cette, how do you say in French, menopause? Menopause. Et comment est-ce que tu prends ça en tant que femme?
Oui, c'est vrai que l'âge de la ménopause, surtout que chez moi, à 45 ans, top pile, j'étais ménopausée.
Wow.
Oui. Et là, c'est un dérèglement hormonal, les menstrues s'arrêtent, vous sentez que votre corps, ce n'est plus la même chose. Mais j'ai essayé de faire la différence parce que j'ai vu ma mère pendant la période de ménopause. Vraiment, elle avait carrément changé de chambre. Les bouffées de chaleur, elle était un peu plus nerveuse et tout. Mais elle me disait, toi, tu as anticipé. Parce qu'avant les 45 ans, peut-être 10 ans avant, j'étais déjà sur les compléments alimentaires. Et ça m'a énormément aidée, de telle sorte que j'ai traversé la ménopause vraiment sans effet. Jusqu'aujourd'hui. Et je me sens très bien au point où je me suis dit, mais si on peut se sentir bien comme ça. Donc voilà un peu comment j'ai traversé cette ménopause-là. Et ça fait que j'apprends beaucoup plus.
Okay. King, is that the same thing with you?
So I've not hit menopause yet, but I've been with sisters who've hit menopause. And I remember the first time I was
Because at 49, you're still in
That's the weird thing. You know what? I had my younger sister. I still have like crazy periods. Sometimes I'm like, what is going on, right? But I was with my sister, and then all of a sudden she started doing. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, what's fun? And then she broke out in she had in sweat. I panicked. I didn't know what was going on. You know, being in America, I'm like, should I call 911? Are you having a heart attack? That's the only thing that could come to my mind. And then she calmed down. She goes, what's wrong with you? You've not reached menopause. I'm like, no. She's like, okay, get ready. It's coming. This was just like about 2 years ago, and she said, get ready, it's coming. But just like her, I've always been very big on my health. I take my supplements every single day, plus, like I take them. I don't joke with my D3. I take at least 5,000 IU every single day. I take my multivites. I'm on that religiously, my B12 for energy. So I think I've been doing well as far as that
So
goes.
if menopause comes, you're not surprised.
So I would
that.
see,
You
I would see how it comes, right? But for me, I'll take it. But seeing my sister go through that, I was like, interesting. Aging is not for the sissies, I tell you.
Doctor, it's a huge problem to women. Some women don't even accept menopause coming to them, or they don't really, it's not something they are prepared. They are not prepared for it. It's a big problem to women who really clock 50. That's one of the health challenges they face. Now, how do you explain that?
I explain that because somehow lack of information. You know, the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. We don't have many people who are talking about this menopause thing. To some people, they look at it like it's taboo not to talk about. But you know what? Whether I like it or not, you go through menopause. Yes. Menopause is the absence of menstruation for at least 10 months. If you have continuous lack of menstruation for 10 months, they say you are menopausal. Because you have the pre-menopause period where it comes 2 months after it stays like 3 months, then you are still not menopausal. It's when it completely stops, you know. Like 10 months, you don't see them, you say, truly now I'm menopausal.
So can you get pregnant in that pre-stage?
I don't know. It may happen. I don't know.
Because some women have kids and they don't know. Okay.
But there is no menopause. But when you have that menopause, like they just said, all of them, hot flushes. Hot flushes is very common. Very common. It's a situation due to the hormonal imbalance. You know, when you get to menopause, means your ovaries have stopped functioning. You no more secrete the estrogen, the female hormone, and now your body starts responding in another way. So you have these hot flushes that even if you're in an air-conditioned room like this one, when it comes up, that's why I say flush, because it comes like a flush, and then you just start sweating and panicking. And this is a real societal issue because many people don't understand it, even the men. I usually tell them when I'm doing any training or whatever, I say, you men, you need to be aware that in your offices, you may have women who are menopausal. Menopause is not retired. People don't retire at 50. They don't. So if they start having menopause is 45 to 55 years. In medicine, we'll say 50 plus minus
Some
5.
even at 60 can you see
Those are extremely late menopause, but biologically they'll tell you 50 plus or minus 5. So it's 45 to 55. Yes. It also depends. You know, at times it has some family type of thing where your mother had menopause. Around that time, you can also have a menopause. But there's that hot flushes, which is very important, that affects women, and the headaches, you know, and the mood swings. Now, mama is happy, love on everybody. The next minute, leave this place, it's full. And if you're the husband, you don't understand, or the children don't understand what's going through moms, they'll start, you know, create problem in the family. Meanwhile, she's just going through those menopausal crises. And as they said, when you take nutritional supplements, if you put yourself on quality supplements, that's what we all take. You go through the menopause with less crisis.
I think I need to start taking that. Now, how do you handle that? How do you handle it as a woman when you reach that stage in your life? Because the women will neglect, you've reached menopause, the end of the world. They start neglecting themselves. It's like life has come to an end. How do you handle that period as a woman? Because you need to be active.
You need to be very active when you get to that stage. And you know, have you ever realized that when you have problems and you don't have anything to do, it's like everything just comes up? They say the idle mind is a devil's workshop. You start thinking of things, but when you are busy, you are doing other things. You may even have the hot flush and it just passes without you really noticing it. But you have just sitting like this idling, then you feel it. So when you get to that age, before you get to that's why menopause has to be prepared. You prepare before you get to that age. How am I going to spend my life after 50? What are some of the things I need to do? What do I have to engage in? You know, all those things, you need to plan it and just see what is it that you can do to even contribute to the community. Well, that's the most joyful thing you can do. Anything that you do that impacts lives, you know, it makes you happy. And when you're happy, that menopause, you won't even really feel it.
But now there's a question I want to ask. It might seem like a taboo But please, I want ladies to just take the question the way it comes. Do we have a lot of women that does menopause or being 50 makes a woman to forget about sex or her sex life completely abandon it? Is it possible?
I need to answer that.
Yes,
I need to
okay.
answer that like a doctor, right? When you are menopausal, there's atrophy of the vaginal cells. It means the vaginal cells flattens, and then because these cells are the ones secreting the mucus, the secretion we have, the vaginal secretion. When that secretion is no more, the vagina becomes very dry. So even if the woman feels like to have the sexual relationship, there's pain. She feels pain. And unfortunately, most women don't know how to overcome this. They go and start buying petroleum products like Vaseline or these. They want to lubricate themselves and so on. No, there are other things. There are better things you can use to lubricate. Because the fun in it is that you have the vaginal dryness, you have the pain, painful intercourse. But on the other hand, some women have the desire even increases.
That's what I want
So
to
they want it. It's like just because we know at 50, as you said, the problems are all gone. So you are more relaxed, and then you can focus on that. Because before you don't focus on that, you can focus on that. But yet you want to do it, you feel pain.
The women should tell me.
But that's like you say, that's why we have loops.
So before I even come to you explain more, I want the women to tell me if at this age of 50, like ignites that sex in you or it decreases, because it's what you say, that's what a lot of women to feel out there.
No, what she just said that I think is very important is I think for me it was the reverse. It was the stressful period where you're having babies, you're trying to start a family, you're doing all of the business, the hustle, the entrepreneurship. That was very stressful. However, when you get to now where it's like there's really not much stressing you, I find out that my drive is high. You see what I mean? I remember having a conversation with one of my friends, and I said, listen, if I have a man in my life and we're not having sex every week, best believe somebody else is helping you somewhere. That's if there's someone in my life. And he looked at me like, really? At 50? But yes, I feel like because you're relaxed, you've owned yourself, you've embraced yourself and all your flaws. For me, I find out that it's there. It's even more meaningful. Now, I have to be very honest with you. For me, it's so much meaningful. If I'm going to take off my clothes, I want to be in bed with someone. It has to be someone I really like. I know why I'm with you. There's no time for one night stands and all of that foolishness. So you really get to enjoy it because you know why you're with this person. You see.
All right. Rachel, is it the same thing with you? Does it like at this stage in your life, are you more awake sexually?
No.
A contrary response. Now, why?
Yeah. I'm still working, even though I'm towards retirement. The vaginal the stress at work contributes.
So it makes you not even think of the other part of it. But your body too feels sometimes, right?
It feels. It feels. Okay. And since there are supplements that will have that stimulate the vagina, and we have supplements as I talking about the vaginal dryness that we use all the time. When we take our bath in the evening, we use them, and it's not like we have even inserted anything. It's just like
so. Sex is still an option at this stage. It's a real high, and you have that high libido. For some women. For some women. Now let me go to HORTANCE. Is it the same thing? C'est la même chose. Pareil pour toi. Est-ce que à ce stage de ta vie, en tant que femme qui a 53 ans, est-ce que le sexe c'est une option pour toi? Est-ce que c'est plus haut maintenant pour toi? Est-ce que tu as les désirs plus maintenant qu'avant, quand tu étais plus jeune?
C'est vrai que quand on est jeune, il faut faire les enfants. On a l'impression que le sexe est pour faire les enfants. Mais à partir de 50 ans, on sait faire les choix. Et parce qu'on sait faire les choix, parce qu'on est mature, ce n'est pas une priorité absolue. C'est-à-dire que, comme ma sœur était en train de dire, tu le fais parce que tu veux. Il n'y a plus de contraintes. Donc, du coup, s'il faut passer à l'acte, c'est parce que tu veux absolument. Tu es responsable de cet acte-là. C'est plus comme si on t'agressait. Parce que quand on est jeune et tout, souvent même quand tu ne veux pas, tu es obligé. Or, à partir de 50 ans, il n'y a vraiment pas de contraintes. Donc, tu as la bouche pour parler.
Mais tu as un mari, est-ce qu'à cet stage-ci, le mari te dérange plus ou c'est bas?
Non, je crois que c'est pas toujours ça parce que en fait, comme c'est un dialogue,
C'est un dialogue.
oui, il doit comprendre. Il ne t'impose pas quoi.
Donc c'est une négociation.
C'est une négociation.
Mais eux aussi sont fatigués. Il faut qu'on dise, ce n'est pas seulement les femmes, eux aussi, ils sont fatigués à cet âge. Ils deviennent comme ton frère.
A man has desires too, because you see men as old as 80 getting married to younger women. You have a lot of men who are older and still going out there looking for younger women.
They use supplements.
No, they use supplements. But since we're talking about women here, and Doc, is it the same thing with you? Because I've not asked you that same question. Is this still an option for you?
No, just like they all said, it's a matter of dialogue. Doing it now, you know why you want to do it, and you know when I'm tired, I'm just like, you know, Bo, I'm tired. If I don't negotiate, I say I'm tired. So no go zone here, you know. And when they want to be a go zone, you make it a go zone. Yeah, that's it. And it's not. You can do without it for. Just like when you want it is there, it's available. I don't know if you understand. Yes.
And you make it fun. It's not something that you just happening then.
That's
you start maybe in the afternoon, you start talking, the negotiation starts long before that time, and you understand yourself.
That's very
true. Things I would not say here.
No, I think the beauty of all this is just getting to that age where you're both mature. You're both older, and you're not feeling guilty that I'm depriving my partner
you know
of something.
Do you know why I'm asking this question?
Yes.
Because a lot of women out there who are giving birth, they neglect their bodies, they neglect themselves. At 50, they just like sex is not an option, and no, it's not. It's just they don't just want to talk about it. They neglect. They are just there, and that's why I'm asking that. It's important. Do they need to put it as a part of their activity?
No, you can't say that.
Keep them alive.
No, you can't say that they need to put it as a part of their activity. I think that your body will let you know that I need this. You see what I mean?
But you need to ignite it too, or you need to
no.
kill it.
So if that's the desire and you're in that frame of mind, I think that as a woman we know that we should take care of ourselves. Because especially if you have a man, for instance, and you just don't want to have sex. He's allowed to have sex with anybody else that he wants to because he's not there. So for me, that's how I think, right? So I don't think that when women let go is because they don't want to just have sex. I think there's just a lot happening in a woman's life where
that's all one we're telling the women that
on the other hand, I think we need to let women know that it's something you need. So long as you're a married woman, it's an obligation. That's marriage.
Yes, that's marriage. It has to be in the contract.
To 50.
Oh, no matter the age.
No matter the age.
You need to take care of your body.
You need to take care of your body.
Sex has to be
out of it.
I like to play devil's.
I want to ask King. I think sex too. At that stage in a woman's life, it plays something
psychologically.
I was going to say that.
Yes.
I was going to say, so we think about sex initially just to procreate,
to make children.
But when you have sex, let me tell you, you can go to all the massages that you want, the therapies and all that, but the endorphins that get released in your body after that,
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So
endorphins are what we call the happy hormones.
The happy hormones.
Yeah,
that's it. Hormones. When you see a woman who is regularly like that, they look happy. But when you see a woman who is like uptight, it's because you're not releasing this endorphin. So you can have your supplements and all of that, but sometimes you say, oh, you're glowing. We know why you're glowing, right? I see you smiling like
Okay, we can equally sample the opinion of some women on the streets of Douala, especially women who are 50 and above, asking them how to take care of themselves. We equally went as far as asking about their sex life, how they feel, and a lot of women were shy. But some had to answer the question because it's about us women having confidence. We'll be right back just after the jingle. 50 ans et plus, ça vous fait comment dans votre corps?
50 ans et plus, bon, je suis un peu faible, tu vois, mais je maintiens toujours. Hein? Je maintiens toujours. Je suis un peu faible, mais je maintiens toujours.
En 50 ans, j'ai fait une joyeux anniversaire. Mes enfants ont préparé, on a mangé.
J'étais fière. Comment vous vous sentez à 50 ans et plus maintenant?
À 50 ans, je n'ai plus la force que j'avais avant. Moi, je me sens fatiguée. Moi, je ne peux plus faire un trajet qu'il faisait avant. Oui, il y a un peu de changement parce que à l'âge, quand l'âge pèse, tu ne marches plus comme tu marchais avant. Si je marchais 50 kilos, je ne peux plus marcher. Dans les 50 kilos, je ne peux plus marcher comme je marchais. Il faut marcher doucement.
Ça dit que le corps a changé.
Le corps a changé, non? Oui, il y a l'âge, non?
Avec le sport et l'exercice physique et le régime alimentaire pour pouvoir toujours garder le corps en bonne santé, éviter les maladies. Et la marche à pied aussi, ça aide aussi beaucoup. C'est que beaucoup de femmes négligent, la marche à pied aide.
Moi, je prends soin de moi, je m'entretiens, hein? Je prends des médicaments qu'il faut, voilà. Et puis bon, je ne me casse pas beaucoup, je fais mon petit commerce.
Il faut travailler dur pour avoir un peu d'argent pour s'occuper de mon corps. Je mange bio. J'ai les médicaments que je prends. Et chaque 3 mois, je vais aller faire un check-up.
La ménopause, bon, je l'ai accueillie. Ça m'a bien menacée, mais j'ai supporté. J'ai bien accueilli ça parce que bon, j'avais déjà mes enfants et tout. Ça ne m'a pas trop dérangé parce que j'avais déjà mes enfants.
Est-ce que vous étiez préparé pour recevoir ça?
Je ne m'étais pas préparée. C'est arrivé comme ça, je ne savais même pas. Bon, quand j'ai demandé conseil, on m'a dit que c'était ça. Et puis bon, la personne m'a préparé. Il faut faire ça, il faut faire ça, il faut faire ça.
Je n'ai pas peur de la ménopause. Toute femme, à partir de 35 ans, s'attend à la ménopause. On peut accueillir la ménopause.
On nous parlait à l'hôpital quand on était jeune fille pour la ménopause. Oui.
Et votre vie active sexe, est-ce que le sexe vous dit quelque chose encore à l'âge?
Le sexe. L'amour ne m'intéresse pas. L'amour à moi maintenant, c'est pas poésie. Ce que j'ai cherché dans l'amour, j'ai déjà eu. Et maintenant, l'amour à moi, c'est pas poésie.
Dans le sexe ne vous dit rien?
Ça ne me dit rien pour moi. Parce que ce que j'ai cherché, j'ai déjà eu. Maintenant, ce que j'attendais, j'attends maintenant aux enfants maintenant de porter. Le sexe ne me sert plus à rien.
J'ai une priorité pour le sexe. Il y a les moments que je dois me mettre à l'aise. Et le sexe, en ce qui concerne l'amour, c'est aussi bon pour la santé.
Welcome back. We are talking about a women 50 plus, how it feels to be at that stage in your life as a woman. There is no taboo. You need to take care of yourself. We have, I'll call it in French, les astuces, what you need to do to take care of your body and soul at 50. And we just have Florence has joined us here. She's wearing a cap, or she's looking smart in her dressing. Florence, how do you do?
Cool.
Now, how do you feel? How old are you? Let me start from there.
I'm 54.
Oh, Florence is 54. Now, how did you embrace that stage in your life?
It will be very surprising. I didn't see it coming. I heard about menopause, lots of things. I didn't see it coming at all. When I got there, I felt different, but I felt good. Mm-hmm. I wanted to do new things, to do things that will enhance me, enhance people around me.
Like what, for example?
I took care of myself more. With little things. I had to change my diet without being asked by the doctor. I had to add little sports, look upon myself, pampering myself. And that made me feel good.
I love that word, pampering yourself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women, how they don't pamper. You need to pamper.
Yeah.
You need to pamper the body. And now, what are the challenges that you had?
If I say I didn't feel changes, that would be a big lie. In my bones, in the way I get up in the morning, I had to feel some changes. Things were a little bit heavy for me. And I had to rethink and make a new way of living.
And did your husband accompany you at, like asking the women, accompany you in this stage in your life? Because I know you discuss all of this, because maybe he goes first and you come second, he's pulling you along. How does he accompany you in this stage in your life?
It is rather unfortunate. I lost my husband, but the way we lived made me to get in this stage very happily. The memories I have of him kept me up to this moment. He want me to look good. He want me to feel good. He will take me for sports. I stopped all of those things. But again, when I started feeling the weight of 50s,
I had to bring back these good memories, and they kept me going.
Let's talk about this, your club now. What are the activities that you do in the club to bring women together at 50? Means if you're 49, means King Njoya cannot be in the member of your club, right? No. It means she cannot be a member of your club.
No, you see, no, you need Hortance struggled for 2 years to be in the club, and I was like, you need to get to 50.
Okay.
Because when you have a cutoff line, they say you put value in everything you do.
True,
right?
though. That's
so
very
when you say 50,
true.
people are curious.
That's true.
I want to get to that 50. Let me see what they do in that club. It's just curiosity.
That's
but in
true.
reality, what we do in the club, we have a whole line of activities. As Rachel said, my husband is a gynecologist. And we have.
Are you a medical doctor?
Yeah, I'm also I'm a pediatrician. But he comes in to give us health talks, especially on menopause, breast cancers. You know, cancers are very frequent when you get after 50. You know, you have a lot of cardiovascular problems that comes up after 50, high blood pressure, you know, all those things. So we have health talks. Then you have like arthritis, very common. That one is very common. The you know, we call it the song of vowels. It starts coming up when you get to that 50. You know, a whole lot of other things happen. So we have health talks. We have keep fit walk. Rachel is from Limbe. They usually gather at the community stadium and they have a walk. We are in Douala, myself Hortance, and the others will meet at Pakuvita, usually last Saturday of every month. And then we put a lot of fun-filled activities in our business.
Like?
You know, like we have weekends within Cameroon, either Kribi or Limbe, where we meet. And during this our weekends when we are together, we do storytelling time. You know, we narrate stories of the past and then we laugh. You know, anything that can just make us laugh. And then we have a few parties that are organized once a year, during which we do like dressing parade, and you see these women are happy and dancing with style, and you know, walking with style, and the men they take off their coats just for some of those things that probably we missed when we're young. Yeah, we're trying to bring them now into the whole thing. We have dance competition, do offer small prizes. In fact, the bottom line is we just want to make people happy. And then every like 3 months we have a spa day where I ask every member to go to a spa wherever you are. We have members in Bamenda, in Kumba, Yaoundé, they're all over. So go to the spa and then get a picture of whatever thing you are doing and post on the forum. So it has motivated a lot of other people, especially Rachel, to just like she said, to start enjoying the spa days. That's giving a treat to yourself, pampering yourself, as you say.
That pampering.
You pamper.
I love the word she used, pampering, because we need to pamper this body. Take care of a lot of women. I always have this. I always think about this buy and sell and women. I know a lot of them are watching us, and I want us to talk to them. Now, what will you tell a buy and seller that is watching you right now? She goes to market at 5 a.m. She reach her house at 6 a.m. She does it every day for more than 30 years. She's there looking shabby in her dress. She does not even take a good bath. Now, she can change the narrative, right? Now, what will you tell what will you tell her?
I have a few of them who are in one group that I'm leading. I always tell them to create time for themselves. Even though they are too busy, but time has come that the woman should know that she has to take care of herself. Yes, so we organize, even as spa. Many women don't know, they just hear about it, but they don't know that they can go and they do some massage, they go and they do some...
It has to do with money, because some of them afford paying for the massage.
I encourage them to save money. Yeah, so that in these groups like Njangis, they make that small savings and they keep some aside for that purpose.
At least on a women's week or whatsoever, you can say, okay, or a weekend, you say, let me just give myself a nail treat, or I mean something just making you feel good.
That is
now, how has the 50 Plus Club helped you as a woman?
My life has changed.
Before talking?
No. The way I'm not the same. Yes, I enjoy things I never even knew before. For example, I travel often than before because at the beginning of the year, the program is launched and it helps me to save some money to pay my traveling, go national, go international. Yes, I can organize keep fit work, which I was not doing. I was just turning around the house, doing some jumping, thinking that, but now I can do it and I see the way my body is relaxed. and the good habits of eating.
Okay.
Yes, so
Is it not because you have the knowledge and you're economically empowered they are doing those things? What if you didn't have money?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You need to create time. You need to do something. Formerly, I had the money, but I didn't know how to do it. How to keep money for myself. So what I'm doing now is that as soon as I have any little amount of money, I move the one of God first, like tithes. Then the second is me. I make envelopes. I put that this is for my tithe, this is for Rachel, and this is for other activities. Even if the money is not much, but just keep something for yourself.
All right, I'm seeing Florence want to react. It's like you want to join the club already. Because
Yes, I will sure. I already have a personal club. Now, what I want to add is that it's not all about money.
No, yes.
If you can't go to a spa, you can organize one in your house. I had a little group of women. I used to tell them how to live, how to do things. You have basins in your house. You have salt. You have water. You just create time for yourself. You warm your water. That time is specially meant for you. Write your name. Take care of your body. Take care of your soul. What you want to eat that day, prepare it for yourself. One's body is like good food for a gourmet. Just like sexual life. You talk to your body. You touch your body. It's not when somebody comes around that it creates an impact. No. If you can't listen to your body, if you can't answer the call of your body, then you don't know your body.
all right, Dr. Tabod, sorry, do you have a special treatment or answers to the rural women out there? Some of them are very much in ignorance. They don't even know how to go about it. Now, do you have sessions where you go on the ground, down there, talks, incise them, educative talks that change the narratives?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't go down to the fields per se, but we have online things. Those who are a bit connected,
okay, online sessions.
Sessions, they can join us for free. But what I want to advise them is that whether we like it or not, we need to create time to take care of ourselves. And what Rachel said, you can keep some small money. As we say, it's not all about money. I tell people that some people, when I say you feel good inside out, it's a decision that you willingly take. You know, I need to do this to myself. I need to make myself happy. There are people who are in Bonaberry. They've never been to the Bonanjo, the small garden in front of the Post Central. So why not just take your kids? You just need to pay a taxi from there, buy some small drinks and what. Come and sit down, just relax. Breathe in that air. You know, Bonaberry to here is quite far, but I just mean, with little, you can still make yourself happy. It's not all about money.
All right.
It's not. So I just need to tell them to be able to create time for themselves. If you sell and make all that money, gather some and buy one nice dress for yourself. Just get something nice that you wear and feel confident, look good. If you don't admire yourself, nobody will admire yourself.
And I think it's high time that women come in clubs like this to learn more, feel relaxed, feel happy. Because at one stage in your life, you need happiness as a woman. Because in short, sometimes money cannot, you just need to be happy, doing those things that make you happy. Now, King Njoya, I would like you to look at your camera. You're talking to a woman out there. You're telling her something that will change her life, especially those who have reached 50. I'll have a 50 club, 50 plus club that is there. I want a lot of women to adhere to the club because you're adhering to learn more so that you have a long lifespan, because there's a lot, your eating habit, your lifestyle, and many more. Even your health is inclusive.
Okay, so I'm going to start by saying, if you're already 50 and you've not had a life evaluation, meaning I reevaluate my life every 5 years. So I want you to think about these questions, and I think it'll help you a lot. The first one is, who are you? Really? I think for most women up until 50, everyone else has defined you. You've been called mom, daughter, wife, sister, your career, the title, and it's been about everyone else. So now that the curtains are almost closing, can you just pause and say, who am I? Because when we're talking about trying to live this life and all of that, if you do not know who you are at your core, then there might be a problem. And it may not come to you today. It's just a question to drop into your mind, your subconscious mind, and to keep pondering it over and over as you go to bed every night. That's the first thing. Somehow, the spirit within you, your subconscious mind, the God within you would have a way of reminding you of who you are and why you're on this journey here on earth. The second question is, what is it that you want? Because we could talk about the spas, the travel, the vacations, the pampering, all we want. But if that's not what you want, you're not going to find the happiness and the peace that your soul is yearning for. So ask yourself, what is it that I want? What is it that makes EMELDINE happy? What is it that makes Rachel happy? What is it that makes Doc happy, Dr. Vivian happy? What is it that makes Maureen happy? It's going to be different for everyone. What is it that you really want? Because if you know what you want, then you know how to get there. But the most important thing, which is the last one, is why do you want it?
All right, thank you so much. And Florence, I would like you to look at the camera there. Less than few seconds, 30 seconds, you're saying something to a woman out there, and we are done.
I would like to say it in French too.
Yeah. 30 secondes, plus 15 secondes.
Alors, je voudrais inviter les femmes à s'aimer, à s'apprécier, à se découvrir. Parce que si on ne se découvre pas, on ne sait pas où on veut aller, on ne peut pas définir ce qu'on a envie de faire ou ce qu'on a déjà. Il faut être appréciatif des petits moments, il faut parler à son corps, il faut répondre à ses besoins et savoir avec qui on veut atteindre son bonheur et quelle est la définition du bonheur qu'on se fait.
All right, now while Florence is leaving for ETANE to come in, I would like Dr. TABOD to look at the camera because she is concluding and she's telling us why women should join the 50+ club at this stage in their lives.
Yeah, we in 50+ club we have our slogan, which is 50+ club. We say the fun continues. 50+ club, the fun overflows. We're inviting every woman to join us because you need to live a happier life after 50. It's clear, just like ETANE always says. She says, I've been paying school fees for children. Now I need to pay fees to myself by taking care of myself. So you need to take care of yourself, know who you are, develop that self-esteem, self-love, and believe me, you will never regret being part of this club. We're traveling to Dubai next month. That's our next trip, and things are going to happen. Join us to make yourself happy.
All right, have ETANE. You're looking at your camera that way, HORTANCE. Just 15 seconds. You're telling a woman now there's something she needs to know about being 50 and what she needs to do to adhere, being with women, other women, so she can learn to change the narratives.
Je conseille aux dames, à partir de 50 ans, une dame à partir de 50 ans est un livre. Ça veut dire qu'elle a beaucoup à donner. Les erreurs qu'elle a commises au passé, elle les rectifie en montrant aux jeunes comment bien faire les choses. Ça leur permet de gagner en temps. Et ça permet que beaucoup de jeunes dames deviennent matures avant cet âge de 50 ans et enjoy très bien leurs 50 ans après. Donc, je conseillerais aux dames d'être beaucoup plus à l'écoute. Comme on dit, le peuple périt faute de connaissances. Il faut chercher la connaissance. Et chez nous, à 50 ans et plus, on vous donne l'envie de vivre. Parce que je suis très, très épanouie dans ce club et je pense qu'il va, il va envahir le monde parce que sincèrement, on doit vivre tant qu'on est sur Terre, on ne devrait pas exister.
Okay.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you so much, ladies, for honoring our invitation. I want to say a special thank you to Dr. TABOD for creating that 50+ club. You don't know what you're doing to women out there, but it's a lot just making women know that they need to have that confidence, build that self-love, and then take care of their body inside out. I always call you Dr. Feel Good Inside Out. That's the name I'm always giving to her. When I say Dr. Feel Good Inside Out.
That's my Facebook
and I know
name.
I have two people that will be joining soon. Yeah. King Njoya, she has just a month and she's going to cross over. And I have Florence that will join soon. And I have some time too, and I'm going to cross over. But we are so positive as women. Let's stay positive. Let's take care of ourselves and let's change the narratives. Yes, there's a lot we can do. Yes, let's make ourselves happy as women. The program was Women and Leadership on the International. Thank you so much for watching and bye-bye.